It's Hobby Health Day! Hi, I'm Terry, if you don't already know. And today I'm talking about gloss medium, or gloss gels and pouring medium. This stuff is stuff that I would normally call like water effects, but to say that all it does is water is a real limitation to what kind of things and the kinds of applications you can use with these products. They do dry, as per the name, really glossy and shiny, but the two of them are on totally different spectrums in terms of the body of the product. So the main differences are, well, I should say first of all, this is the Woodland Scenics water effects. This is the heavy water effects. I'm going to open it up and show you this product. It is like toothpaste, so I'm going to squeeze it out here a little bit. It is like toothpaste, and I can hold it upside down. And it defies gravity. So because it's such a viscous product, it holds body well. So if you put texture in it, it will stay and it'll dry that way. This product also responds well to blow drying. You can blow dry it and it doesn't budge, it doesn't move, it doesn't do all the weird things that, say, pouring medium would, because this stuff moves like water. So if you apply force to it, like blowing air, it will ripple and dry like that. And if that's the effect you're going with, it's beautiful, but I'm willing to bet if you're looking for still water, which is this is perfect for, you don't want that. So this is water effects from Woodland Scenics. I promise you it is the same as your art store version of heavy gloss gel. Now there's also another product called gloss gel, same virtual properties except it just doesn't hold texture as well. So if you really want to have something that isn't as obvious on that texture spectrum, you could try the gloss gel, but really if you're going for still water, use a pouring medium. And if you're going for moving water, the heavy gloss gel is where you want to be. They're both acrylic products. They hold paint, which is fabulous. Again, I've worked with water effect products that are poured products, specifically Liquitex Light. They're not acrylics. They're basically a resin lacquer. And that stuff is awful. That stuff is inconsistent. It doesn't quite dry right sometimes. If you mix it, the mixing is off. I've had really inconsistent results with them. With this stuff, especially the art store stuff, you get a very consistent result every time you use it. So I tend to favor this stuff. So again, gravity defying, peaks, ridges, textures in water, great. Put inks in them, they're still translucent, great. You can still paint over it beautifully. And go to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can use this stuff to custom make your own transfers without having special transfer paper. All you need is a laser printer or photocopier. So this is the pouring medium. Now, the pouring medium is, again, a gloss finish, totally shiny. It's self-leveling though, so it's great in small sections, especially bases, where you don't need to put that much on, but you can buy it in bigger quantities and do like full-on like oceans and lakes and that sort of stuff as well. Holds inks, again, dries clear. Both of these products, this one especially goes on white, it dries completely clear. This stuff dries clear as well. Now when you're working with this stuff, especially if you're going to use a brush, and also with this stuff to a similar extent, but it takes a lot of over brushing to get air in this product, you want to make sure that you're not brushing it too vigorously or much, because it will trap air in the product and then you'll get bubbles. In this one you'll get weird bubbling at the top. In this one you get a clouded effect because the air is trapped inside of the cured product and it's too thick to escape. It's, again, this stuff defies gravity, so it's not like the air has enough force to get out of the product. So be cognizant of that when you're using these products. But otherwise they go on smooth, you get a consistent glossy finish to them. I'm going to use this stuff to do like a plasma / fire effect on guns as well. I know this is like a basing medium series, but these mediums can be used on models themselves as well, on scenery. Also good for things like glass. If you want a really beautiful looking like glass finish, you can brush this stuff on. This stuff, if you're doing flat surface or you're building your building, you still haven't built it then painted it, you can pour some of this on and let it level. And again, I'm going to show you inside this container. You can kind of see the product. It self-levels and it's quite thin. That right there, that leveling, it does that in windows too. It dries clear, beautiful for windows, beautiful for fire, beautiful for water, lava, pots of boiling blood if you're a fantasy player, which I'm not. Fantastic products. So let's go to the action videos and see what these guys look like when they're being used. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the heavy gloss gels. Now, the heavy gloss gel is a terrific product, it defies gravity, and I'm just going to spread it over this palette I have, or this canvas I have with the palette knife. It is white, but it dries clear, and because it holds texture so well, you can do things like pull it up into these peaks, and do things like brush it on and keep the striations for things like moving water. One of the things I'm looking forward to doing with this product actually is to play with it and create fires coming out of a flamethrower or plasma coming out of a plasma rifle. So there I am. I'm basically brushing it on. The nice thing about it being white is you can see where the striations are. You can also tint it with paint and then do the same thing, same application. Now, I used equal parts paint and gloss medium just to get to the same kind of opacity that's already painted on the canvas. I just wanted to show you how much it takes and what it takes to get that same kind of quality of color, but it is significantly glossier than what was painted on the canvas, and this paint was already pretty glossy to begin with. So let it dry overnight. What you'll see is in the peaks they're still white, but they are dry to the touch. You can let those sit for longer and they will clear up eventually. It just takes a longer time, especially when you're doing stuff with that thick. But you can see how much glossier it is with the brushes. You can see the striations. Now with the pouring medium, I'm basically doing this on a tile for a specific reason I'll show you at the end. But I'm just using a fluid acrylic paint, and I'm using far less than you need than if you were to mix this product in. And the reason why I like doing it this way is that you don't get that really muddy look with the paint. The other side of the palette, I'm going to show you what it takes to actually, when you mix in the color into the product, it doesn't look like there's much color there. The intensity of the color goes away. So you actually have to add more color in, and by adding more color in, you dilute the property of the medium, so it actually ends up looking muddier and darker. I added a little more paint again to swirl it, and it also is a little bit thicker, like an older GW paint, whereas the fluid acrylic is a lot like brand new, just after you've bought it paint, so it's a lot thinner. Now you can see the difference in sheen and the muddiness in the color right there. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to pull this product right off of the tile. Now by pulling it off the tile, you can then place it on other things, put on bases, also fold it and do some other interesting three-dimensional work with it. I'm also going to show you that you can cut it to size. It's great for windows, great for webway portals for Dark Eldar. There's a lot of really interesting applications this product has, and if you do something with it, let me know and throw it in the comments, because I'd love to see what you've got up. Now for the custom do-it-yourself transfers, all you need is a laser printer or laser photocopier. You take whatever you want to transfer onto and print it onto your paper. Again, laser printer, laser copier, because if you're using an inkjet, it tends to bleed on the paper when you put the product on. If you're doing lettering, you have to do it mirrored, otherwise the lettering will come out backwards. But otherwise, symbols, drawings, freehand stencils. If you photocopy a really nice freehand you've done on paper and put it onto a stencil, you can then use that stencil on your model. Great for rhinos, great for flyers, something with a lot of flat space. Now, all you do is after you've let the paper dry overnight with the heavy gloss gel I've painted on it, you press it down and you let it dry overnight. You spray it down with some water and then you rub the paint off, or the paper off. And there you go, custom stencil. Again, it's not like perfect in terms of like its clarity. It's just like any other stencil. You do see that there is a thin layer of material there, but you can paint right on it and blend that back into the model very, very easily. And there you go, custom stencil with your printer. Questions, comments, hate mail, leave them in the comments below. Also, I realized the subscribe button is also on, I think it's this side of me. So just down below by the picture of my head there, if you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Next week I'm going to be covering modeling paste and crackle gel, and I'm going to be doing a few bases to bring it all together so you can kind of see what it looks like when you layer all of these techniques and products. And hopefully I'll actually get to do a Fangirl Friday this Friday. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, I will be gushing as to why I love Warhammer. Anyways, I'll see you soon.